let's just go through the standings right now. Okay, so we will go to here. Actually, let's just go to a hometown team. Indians. Come on, let's get that. Alright, now Indians. Oh, guess we just have to go to MLB. MLB. Alright, here it is. So now that we have this, we're going to go to standings. Here. Alright, now that we have standings, let's just scroll down. Obviously, oh gosh, what just happened? I don't know what this is, whatever. Alright, so let's go down. And here are the standings. Okay. Here's the American League. This date is June 30th. You might be seeing this on June 31st or July 1st. I don't know. Upcoming. So this is it right here. So leading the AL East is the Baltimore Orioles. Leading the AL Central is the Cleveland Indians, or the Indians. And leading the American League West is the Texas Rangers, I think. So we have the Rangers, we have Baltimore, we have Cleveland leading. Now, if you look at these win-loss ratios and stuff like that, so the win-loss is 47 and 30, 47 and 30. So these both have the same percentage, and 51 and 29. So if you just analyze this, Texas, the Rangers are first place, not power rankings, and the Cleveland Indians and the Baltimore Orioles are tied for second place. Now, let's just look at the percentage. So we have 610, and .638. There's not much of a difference between those. So there's only a little bit of GB or games behind from the Indians and the Orioles. Texas has just played a little bit more games. Now we need to look at the last 10 games for their thing. So we have 8-2 for the Orioles, 10-0 for the Cleveland Indians, and 6-4 for the Texans. So obviously, Indians are leading in that category. Now, if we go to the win streak, we have 7, 12, and lost 2. So they lost the last 2. The Indians have won the last 12, and the Baltimore Orioles have won the last 7. So in that category, Cleveland is leading that again. Now at home, the Orioles, Texans, and Indians. The Orioles are winning a few games. Not actually a few games. I think like 9 games maybe. I don't know how much it is. But on the road, they're not over 500. But Cleveland and Texas are over 500 in that category. Especially Texas, they are right behind the Indians. Well, they're actually the same because Indians have played one more game on the road than them. So that's that. All right. So now that we figured that out, we're going to look at the power rankings. So who's doing good right now? Who's doing good for this week? A week is 7 days, and win streak is 7, but they've lost their last 2. So basically, what I'm saying is, oh, sorry if you heard that, but basically what I'm saying is that Cleveland is leading in power rankings, not because of their record, it's because how they're doing. Now, the Texas, they've lost their last 2, so therefore this could keep going, or they could just break it and be on a 1-win streak. And Cleveland, if they win tonight, which is they're going to be playing Toronto at 7:07, and if they beat Toronto, then they will be going 13 win streak, and that is going to be taking them out. So, and if Baltimore wins, their win streak will be put to 9-2 and 8. If Texas wins, maybe I think this is tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. They will go 7-3, and their win streak will go to 1. So basically, you can already see right there that Cleveland is leading in those categories and then leading in the power rankings. Now I think they're at home. No, they're at Toronto, so they might do good. We don't know. And all these teams are at on the road, and Baltimore is not likely favorite to win on the road, but Texas and Cleveland are. So we will just see tomorrow and today. Now that we have the American League done, we're gonna go to the National League. Now, leading in the NL East, we have Washington. I think they're like the Washington Nationals, yeah, the Nationals, and the Chicago Cubs and San Francisco Giants. Now, as we see, Washington is at 47 and 32, and Cubs are 51 and 26. San Francisco is 49 and 31. Obviously, we can see that San Francisco is second place, Cubs are first, and Washington is third in the win-loss ratio. Now, percentage, they are neck and neck, except the Cubs are leading by quite much. So, like, they're leading by 80% on San Francisco and more than 100%. Or actually, no, not 100%, like maybe 73%, I think that is. No, 72. No, 71. Yeah, 71, I think. Not sure. Whatever. On that. So, forgot to tell you guys about this. If you look here, the Miami, they're 5 games behind Washington. The Cubs, the St. Louis is 11 games behind, and the Dodgers are 5.5 behind. So obviously you can see that the Cubs their thing is not very good because they have a team like St. Louis that's barely over 500, and so their conference is actually pretty bad, or their division is actually pretty bad. So they're just getting some wins off of that. But we still have other stuff on here too. Now we're gonna go to the last 10. Washington is doing pretty bad. They're not over 500 in the last 10. So they are 4-6, and also the Cubs are 4-6, and San Francisco is not much behind. They are 500, which means these teams are not doing very good in their last games. So that means they're kind of falling off. And now their win streak is win 4, 3, and lost 3. That is a bad start right there. So they need to pump that up. And the Chicago Cubs are actually leading, not in power rankings, but in here. And then let's look at home. We have 23 and 12, 24 and 16, and 25 and 11. Cubs are winning that. On the road, 24 and 20, 26 and 15, and 25 and 15. So obviously there we have the Cubs winning, but not by much because San Francisco hasn't played another game on the road, and they're about to play, I think today. Yeah, today on the road. If they win, then they will be tied on the road with the Cubs. But if the Cubs win, then they won't be tied. It will be the same thing. And St. Louis or Chicago's probably gonna win against this New York Mets team because, well, they have a chance because they're okay at home, and their streak is lost 4, so they need to step that game up. So basically, the power rankings is gonna have to be the Cubs, just because they're leading in a lot of these categories, and their win streak is only 1 behind Washington, and Washington is facing Cincinnati. Pretty sure. I don't know who they're facing. I don't know what this is right here, but let's see. It might be Cincinnati. Did Cincinnati even have a? No, I don't think that's Cincinnati. I don't know what that is. Maybe. I don't know what that is. Wait, let me see. Depends, because it depends what they do. Will they face? Who are they facing? Come on, load. Sorry, guys, for this slow computer right now. Who is Sid? The Reds. That's what they are. The Cincinnati Reds. Or are they Cincinnati? I don't even know. Don't even ask me. All right, let's go back. And the Reds. I don't know who they are. Come on, load. Sorry, guys. So the Reds, where are they? Okay, yeah. I missed. Oh man, yeah. They're probably most likely gonna win tonight. Cincinnati is 29-50. That's really bad there. But in the power rankings, it's Chicago Cubs, and now we looked for the two leading power rankings in the two conferences, which is the Cubs and the Indians. Now, Indians is most likely leading the Cubs just because their win streak right now. This streak is very good. They are taking out most of the teams in their conference, and Chicago Cubs is having a really bad trouble in their last few games, and they are losing more than they are winning, and the streak is not very high compared to Cleveland, and the percentage is not as high as it should be. As you see, 662 and 613, I think, no, 610. That's like 50 percentage behind. That's not that much. So what this needs to do is Cleveland's actually winning the whole thing, as you can see. And if this keeps it up, then Cleveland is probably going to be able to lead in all the power rankings for a minute if they win tonight. And if they go to, they're probably the fan favorite right now. And if they just keep this up, they will be more than the fan favorite. They will be the fan favorite for the World Series too. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching, and if you made it to the end, just like and subscribe and comment down below. Tell me what you want me to do next. This is just a little random video to see what you guys like. So if you guys like this, tell me, and I will be back later. So, like, guys.